Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ghost. When we left off, Ghost was trying to make up for the fact that he stole his sneakers, and he is running in his old shoes, which is a little embarrassing, but at least he's still on the team for now. And now he's cleaning out the coach's trunk, which looks like, I think he said, a black abyss. So that's pretty nasty. Coach looked at me with an embarrassed smirk. I am sure glad you did a stupid thing and now you have to clean all this up. And I did. I trashed all the fast food bags, some with french fries and half-eaten burgers still in them. I pulled out the duffels. I don't know why Coach needed so many gym bags. Who needs more than one? But there was nothing in them. They were all pretty much empty because all the shoes and stinky shorts and towels took up about half the space of the entire trunk. Dirty socks and headbands and old jerseys from past years with the Defenders. He also had starting blocks, which were big and metal and heavy, shoved in there, and whistles everywhere. I opened up the gym bags and loaded them up with all that crud. When I got to the last one, a yellow and green duffel with the name Otis was on it. I unzipped it. Who's Otis? I asked Coach, who was sitting on the hood of the car flipping through a list of all of our running times. Otis is me, he said, not even looking up. Oh, I said flat. I knew Coach's last name was Brody, and I figured his first name wasn't Coach. Nobody's name is Coach. Well, that might not actually be true because my name is Castle, so somebody actually might be named Coach somewhere, but not Chip-Tooth Turtleface. I started loading the bag up with a busted pair of cleats that probably would have been better off in the trash when I spied a piece of paper, a crinkled up rectangle in the corner of the duffel. I pulled it out. It was a faded picture of a man, tall and slim like Sonny, facial hair only around his mouth, but none on his cheeks. He had his hands resting on a little boy who stood in front of him. The kid was cheesing. The man was looking away, almost as if he was calling out for someone. Who's this? I asked, bringing the picture around to the front of the car. Coach took it from me, looked at it like it was his long-lost gold medal. His mouth hung open for a few seconds before he finally answered. This is my father. He tapped the picture with his fingers. And that's me, he said, with the happy little boy. Where'd you find this? In that bag? Coach pulled the photo closer to his face as if he was studying every detail. Thank you, he said. And right then I got the feeling that being mad at his dad wasn't the only way he felt about him. He was, but I could tell Coach also missed his pops. He loved him. And I could totally relate to that because as happy as I was that my crazy father wasn't around to hurt us no more whenever he wasn't wasted, he was dope. That was my dad too, and I missed that version of him. Coach gingerly slipped the photo in his back pocket, then pulled it right back out. Throw those bags in the trunk. I think you're done, Coach said, climbing into the cab. He took the photo and put it in the dash part where the speed numbers are. I tossed all the gym bags full of dirty sports gear in the trunk and slammed it shut. Then I hopped in. Where are we going? You'll see. On the way to the land of you'll see, I teased Coach about his name, Otis. Seriously, Otis is the name of old men who smell like cinnamon and barbecue sauce. Shut up, Ghost, Coach said, laughing. Otis is the name you give short, fat dogs, not people. Oh, I'm a dog now? No, I didn't mean it like that. Well, how did you mean it? I just meant Otis is a great-great-great-grandpa's name. I paused, struck by another thought. Are you a mechanic? Because if you're a mechanic, then it would be okay. Coach pulled over to the side of the road. You want to get it? Want to get out? I zipped it, and my mouth stayed zipped until we pulled up right in front of, wait for it, Everything Sports. I looked out the window and into the store. Tia was there, leaning against the counter, checking her cell phone. She could be doing some high kicks or some jumping jacks, but no, she was texting, not an athlete. Do I need to tell you what we're doing here? Coach asked, and the truth was he didn't. I know why we had come, why we had to come, why I had to come. But it didn't feel good, that was for sure. As a matter of fact, it felt pretty whack. I looked Coach in his eye and shook my head before exhaling a heavy, guilty breath. You ready? He said. Yeah, I'm ready. Coach walked in and I trailed behind him with my head down, nervous and feeling stupid. Welcome to Everything Sports. Tia stopped mid-greeting when she saw me. Oh, it's you. Yes, it's him, Coach said, his car keys clinking as he set them on the counter. I was still behind him, staring down at the gray carpet. Head up, son. You know my rule, Coach ordered. Stand tall at all times. I lifted my face and I looked Tia straight on. I'm sorry, I started. And in that moment, I realized sometimes a real apology can go a long way. Just like Shamika's at school. Just like the one I never got from my father. But But had he just told me that he was sorry for what he had done? Maybe, I don't know. Coach was leaning his ear toward me like Mr. Charles always did, as if he was hard of hearing. I followed up. I'm really, really sorry for stealing the shoes. I didn't mean anything. I made a stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. I mean, stupid mistake, Coach added, way too enthusiastic. That's what I said, Coach. Stupid. Tia's mouth went from a straight line to an itty-bitty smile. Not big smile, but definitely not frown, and that was all that mattered. Okay, she said. I forgive you. Coach then handed over his credit card, and as Tia swiped it to pay for the shoes, Coach threw an arm around my neck, put me in a tight headlock, and whispered in my ear, if you ever do this again, I promise I will make room for you in my trunk. I looked him straight in his eyes and in his face, not a flinch, just like that big chip-tooth smile and a scary wink. Yikes. Chapter 10, Race Day. Saturday, race day, my first one ever. I got up early, met by the sweet smell of bacon and eggs, neither of which are actually sweet smelling, but you know what I mean. My mother was on the phone with Aunt Sophie, telling her what time she had to be here so that we could all go to Martin Luther King Park together. I didn't know what I was more excited about, the fact that I was going to run my first race on a track team, or the fact that my mother would be there to see it. I had been seeing Lou's mom cheering for every stupid little thing he did in practice, and after I got over how annoying it was, I realized that there was something about it I kind of liked. So my mom being there was major, and Aunt Sophie because she was the loud one. She was the one who had a bullhorn for a mouth. Don't be late, Sophie, my mom said into the phone, dishing out the eggs. Of course, anytime a person tells another person not to be late, it pretty much guarantees that they will be. I don't know why, but it does. And Aunt Sophie was late, not like crazy late, to the point that I couldn't make it to the track on time. It's just that we don't have a car and we're going to have to catch the bus to the park. But the bus was supposed to come at 11:15, and Sophie and King didn't get to the house until 11:09. I was in the bathroom, staring at myself in the mirror. Coach had given me my uniform the day before, after humiliating me at the sports store. I kind of humiliated myself, but whatever. When we got back to my house, he told me I had earned it and that he hoped we never had to pull bail out on me again. I won't really put you in the trunk, he said, smirking. I'll just tell your mother and cut you from the team, and that's way worse. You got me? Coach dangled my jersey and shorts out in front of me, and I did get him, big time. I made up my mind that I wouldn't do nothing stupid ever again. At least I would try not to, especially judging from the way I felt holding that electric blue uniform. I usually get dressed in the living room, but I just wanted it to be a surprise to Ma when I came out. And I could have gotten dressed in the bathroom, but it's just too small, and I couldn't risk doing anything stupid like dropping my jersey in the toilet or something. I know it sounds impossible. Trust me, it's not. I mean, not like I ever dropped anything in the toilet or anything, but it could happen. So I did what I never do. I got dressed in my bedroom. I stood in the middle of the room with the door wide open and put my shorts on, then my jersey. I looked around at the posters of LeBron on the wall from where he played for Cleveland the first time. My bed, the same cover, same pillow, same everything as that night. I sat on it, my body sinking into the mattress, almost like it was wrapping itself around me, hugging me, like it missed me. And if the door wasn't open and I couldn't see straight down the hall to the living room, I might have freaked out. But I didn't lose it. I just took a deep breath and let the flashes of that night come over me. My mother, flash. The covers being yanked off me, flash. The hallway, flash. The gun, flash. And then I looked down at the floor, flash. My silver bullets waiting for me. I unlaced them, slipped my feet in, and then relaced them again. And just like that, I felt different. I was a defender. We're going to stop there.